So welcome back to French Countryside Life. So it's Monday. Bit of a slow morning this morning. I came out to the workshop and put another coat on this. Another coat of this lovely cream. Intensive care cream. And it's looking really nice. Now I was thinking, with the interior, oh, it's locked, whether I should, you saw the interior last week, I'll show it to you again in a bit, but I was wondering whether to take all that ropey old material out and replace it with new, because I don't know whether someone would buy this to use it as an overnight case or keep it as an antique. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah, all right. So what else have I done today? I went down the road to quote on a job. It's an interesting dynamic on the job. It's basically, the story is that a fella and his partner bought this house, and they since split up. She's gone back to the UK. He still lives here, but he's got a financial consideration, if you like, in the house. So the house is up for sale, but the house, because it's semi-detached, so the house that it's attached to, they asked to take down the fence, so that when they was renovating the house next door, the people next door asked if they could take the fence down, and so they said yeah, fine. So they took the fence down, but they didn't put it back. So the issue is now that the people next door parked their cars in a line, 3 or 4 cars in a line, where the fence was. So the cars were there, the cars are parked there, and the fence was there. So because the fence isn't there, they parked their cars. So the chap has asked me to quote to put the fence back, which means that they'll have to drive, the people next door will have to drive in that way. Park one behind each other. So I can see that there might be a bit of flack actually if I turn up and put this fence in. But let's just say I've priced it accordingly. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, interesting. I guess we'll see what happens. So tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm going to price another job. That's just to paint the ceiling. So that's not too bad. Yeah, that's about it for today. As I say, it is just gone 6 o'clock, 6:05. So we went out shopping. Food and everything's so expensive now, isn't it? Just, don't know where it's going to stop really. Food, just ridiculous amount of money. But can't afford to eat. So anyway, is what it is. So, all right. I'll speak to you again tomorrow. So it is Tuesday. Ably assisted by my glamorous assistant here. It's finally stopped raining. Can you believe it? It's finally stopped raining. So get some more work done on the Tiki Bar. All the wood's soaking wet, but you have to work with what you got, don't you? So we'll just get on with it. do. So it's Wednesday, pretty much a slow day again today. It's raining like anything. It's blowing a hoolie out there. Nearly blew my hair off. Big news. So you know I said about we've had 5 missed appointments from Orange to come and fit fibre. And I said last time, right, if they miss this one, the 5th one, that's it. We're going to go elsewhere, find a different supplier. Well, that was the plan. They missed the 5th appointment, and we had booked an appointment to go to a company called Free Telecom to go and get our fibre installed and all the rest of it. It would have meant would have had to transfer the numbers and all that. It's a bit of a headache. So I booked the appointment for the following week, and the day after the missed appointment, I had a phone call from Orange. Say, terribly sorry, which they hadn't done before. Terribly sorry, missed the appointment. The reason for that was because there was a breakdown in the junction box down in the village, but that's all been resolved, and as soon as we can get an engineer to here, we'll do to fit your fibre. We'll do so. Well, call me an old cynic, but I didn't believe it. But they made the appointment anyway for yesterday afternoon. So 3:05. So come about 2:30, 2:45, a van turned up. Fella got out, he said, I've come to fit your fibre. And he had to run the cable from the other side of the hamlet. So there's 6 houses in this hamlet. And we're at number 6, and the junction box is at number 1. So he had to run the cable. He fitted all the fibre into the house first. Then he had to run the cable right through the hamlet, all the way down to the junction box on the other side of the hamlet. There was a few trees that had overgrown around it, especially outside number 1. And I had to go and ask the farmer that lives there, can I cut down some of his tree? The orange engineer said that he would get his colleague to come, it'll be 2 or 3 hours. And I said, you know what, I'll just do it myself. So as I say, I went to see the farmer and at number 1. And I asked him, he said, yeah, it's no problem, pub problem. So that's what I did, and he connected it all up, came back into the house, plugged everything in, and this was the result. So that speed of 700 meg is crazy fast. Keep in mind that with the telephone line, the ADSL I think it's called, we was getting 1.5 to 2 meg. Now we're getting 700. So it will mean that I can upload videos in, I would guess it'd be seconds. Whereas before it was taking, if I'd used the ADSL, it would 20, 25 hours maybe. Previous to the fibre, I would use the data on my phone and on Jane's phone. We had quite a sizable data package on the phone, so I was able to do it through there. But that would still take 20 minutes, half an hour. So I guess we'll see how fast it takes now that we've got fibre. But that also means that we can now stream movies, and you know, we've got Netflix and Amazon Prime and all the rest of it. So that'll just mean that we can stream movies and stuff like that with no dramas and none of that buffering. Hate that. Anyway, so all right, so that's all done. So as I say, it's a bit of a slow day today. Not really much I can do. I've already loaded the trailer up. Going to pop down to the déchetterie, the rubbish dump, tomorrow morning, because it's All Saints Day here today, the 1st of November. It's a public holiday in France, where they just celebrate the family members that have passed. You'll see in all of the cemeteries, they're all full up with chrysanthemums for some reason. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I don't know what it is, but yeah, so as I say, it's a public holiday here in France. So I could make a lot of noise outside anyway if I wanted to. But after I've been to the déchetterie tomorrow, we're going to go to Limoges to the Leroy Merlin, which is a huge, great DIY store, and going to get the stuff ready to put some insulation on the wall in the guest room. Now, where the guest room and the craft room are situated is the other side of this wall, just the other side of this wall, and there's no insulation between the workshop and the craft room, which is the other side, and the guest bedroom, which is the other side there. So there's no insulation, so any heat that we put into that room through the radiators and so on just disappears through the wall. So it's really it's a waste of money to heat those rooms at the moment. So because there's no one in there and Jane's not using the craft room because it's so cold in there, it's just a waste. So I'm going to put a false plasterboard wall into the guest room first. Real thick insulation, and hopefully that will solve that problem. So as I say, go to Leroy Merlin's tomorrow afternoon, and get all that stuff, get the plasterboard, get the rock wall and the rails and so on to build the frame. Yeah, so that's the next real project really, other than the Tiki Bar, which is ongoing, but because of the weather, just can't do anything. Anyway, what can you do? Go and live in the sun, they said. All right, so see you tomorrow. So it is Thursday. Went to the déchetterie, the rubbish dump, as I said, this morning, and got rid of all the stuff in the trailer, got rid of the broken patio set that was out there. A few other bits and pieces got rid of, and came back, had some lunch, and then, actually, I had one of those situations where you find yourself on autopilot. I don't know whether you've ever done that, whether you've experienced that sort of thing. I'm meant to go to the Chabanais déchetterie, rubbish dump, but I got halfway to the rubbish dump and realised I was heading towards the Confalon one, which is in the opposite direction. So I was completely on autopilot for the first part of the journey. How strange is that? Anyway, I got to the Confalon déchetterie, got rid of all the stuff, and came back. Jane and I had a bit of lunch, and then we went to Limoges, Leroy Merlin, which is a great DIY shop. The reason we went there is to get all the stuff for the new insulated wall in the guest room. Now, as I explained earlier, this wall is completely uninsulated. It's just a block wall with concrete render, and on the other side of that is the workshop. So any heat that we put into the room via the radiators just disappears throughout through the wall. So I'm just looking at the temperature thing here, and it shows 16 degrees. And the rest of the house is 22. So it shows you the difference in temperature. The radiator is switched off in here because there's no point in warming the room, as it just disappears through the wall, as I say. Anyway, we're going to do the guest room first, which is the room on the other side of that wall, because obviously, you know, we'll have people staying, we want them to be warm. So when I got some plasterboard and some metal rail to build the frame, some rock wall. So yeah, so that'd be good. So I'll be getting on with that over the next few days. Yeah, we'll repaint the room as well while we're at it, because it was supposed to be cream, but it looks green. So anyway, we bought some nice paint, so we'll repaint the room as well while we're there. Good. All right, so I've taken over the craft room, Jane's craft room, just for a few days. She don't mind, because we get the guest room done. Good. All right, so that's about it for today, and we'll get on with some action tomorrow. So it is Saturday. What happened to Friday? Well, we did a bit of shopping. To be honest, I spent most of it sat on that. So that'll happen. Anyway, today I want to finish off a job that I started 3 weeks ago and I had to stop doing because of my hand. So I'm going to finish it off today. So let's get on with that. So the original plan is back in force. So these are the little tabs that I attempted to cut last time with this big scary knife. But as incidentally, still got blood on it. So I'm going to put this down carefully. Try not to slice anything off my body. So yeah, so I'm going to use the appropriate tool this time to cut off these little tabs. This will sit over there with some chicken wire over this that I'll put on shortly, and the grass will grow up through the chicken wire. Chickens can eat down to there and it will still keep growing. So the idea is that they'll always have fresh grass to eat, which incidentally makes the fresh grass that they eat makes the yolks of the eggs really yellow. That's the key to it. Alright, so let's get on with it. Okay, so it's quite hard to see on this floor, I know, but there's chicken wire here. So I'll just cut it to length. About there, I think. Okay, so we'll just fold this over and put a few staples in it. It's not the straightest thing in the world, but it's only for chickens. So this should sit on the top of this and the grass grows through it. But I can already see a problem. Because I've left it so long, the grass is too long and it's not sticking through it. It's because I left it so long, that's what it is. Ah, mate. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Nature will find a way. Get this screwed down and hopefully the grass will grow through it. Yeah, I think we'll leave it. Yeah, I'll screw it on and we won't put it in with the chickens just yet, and hopefully the grass will grow through it. What do you think? All right. Okay, so the idea is good, even if the execution's a little bit dodgy. It's only because I left it so long to put this back on because of my hand that the grass got too long, clearly. All right, well that'll have to do. So we'll put this back outside, and we've got so much rain. It has not stopped raining. I mean, it's coming up on 40 days and 40 nights. Maybe I should have built an ark. Put some chickens in it. Anyway, let's put this outside and we'll crack on. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I don't know whether I should continue with this format with a video most days. I might say every day because it's most days. Tell me what you think. If you think I should, then I will, but let me know in the comments. Good job. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, as I say, and if you'd like to leave a thumbs up and maybe share it on your social medias, your Facebook and all the rest of it. Press the notification bell so that you know when there's new content. And really, all that leaves to say now is mine, there you go, and I'll see you soon.